welcome back to Kids Ito sometimes.
Welcome back. I thought I would try a different language, and I realized I don't have that many. Like that just sounds like I don't know, like apartheid.
Oh, damn. Have you seen those guys on TikTok? And they say, we'll give you 20 euros if you can speak a language that we can't speak. And I just feel like if you gooit some Afrikaans, they would have no idea what you were saying.
That's a gooidital, as they say.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. It's a dying language, according to Charlize. But
it's 48 people who speak it.
I like speaking broken Afrikaans people in Krugersdorp. No, I like speaking broken Afrikaans to people.
Really? How does it go?
Not well, usually.
Hello. Hoe gaan dit?
No, alles alright by die huis. You asked about, I like that about, they go straight to the household. So it's strong. It's a strong beginning.
Like apparently it was voted the sexiest language.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true.
Paid for you by Afrikaans people near you.
Have you heard Spanish?
Yeah.
It's definitely not German, I'll tell you that much.
No,
That's
German
scary.
sounds like a car starting, and they've had great success in the automobile manufacturing industry. But we're not back. It's just another episode. How'd you like that? Week after week, consistency is our currency.
It's true.
And that's why we're so poor. So there's a promo code. Send us some money, and we'll use it.
Thanks. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
That's it for the week. Yeah.
It's a good thing to have money. One of my observations as I grow up and I grow wiser, if you have more money, you generally do more.
Also one of my goals.
Yes. I manifest money.
Yeah.
Why do you think manifesting is not called woman festing? Considering that the large amount of the population that do it are women.
That sounds...
These are the big questions.
That sounds terrible. Woman festing.
Well, someone at a party was saying it's like menstruation.
Yeah, true.
And what else?
Menopause. Yeah.
And mental health. All have men in them. So...
Womental health. How is your womental health?
Exactly. Men are the problem. No, we're not. We're the best. I can't stop saying we the best music. Someone asks me how you doing. I say we the best music, and that's usually
your therapist, Sammy? We don't say that when we're feeling sad.
No, my therapist's phone's ringing off the hook from the last episode. He doesn't deserve this coverage unless he starts giving me free lessons. No, they're not lessons. Free therapy.
Imagine a promo code for your therapist. What would it be? Mental health.
What's that Logic song? 10800 60 200 SMS love to the following number. But no, we had a good weekend. We had a busy weekend. Like the weekend's supposed to be chilled. Like that's a very Cape Townian thing. Like needing a weekend from the weekend. I feel quite pathetic. Like,
would you say you live for the weekend?
Not at all.
No.
I try and escape the week. No, I don't. No, I think we live pretty lucky lives wherein like I enjoy the day to day. Chloe looking at me like I haven't just been complaining for the last 3 hours about my life.
Really? Okay.
I love life. No, I think it's nice that we're on. It is more stressful. It is harder, I think. But it's also that we are also like your unemployed friend on Tuesday. We
Hey, do you want to go grab some bottomless mimosas? If we must.
And then that just piles up in late night stress work. So
it's okay. We're fine.
Says Chloe, sounding like a hostage.
Fine. What's that promo code again?
Speaking of promos.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Le Blog. This is done by a dear friend of ours, Mike Wright, a.k.a. Bike Wright, a.k.a.
Mike is never wrong.
There we go. And it's just the most wonderful publication. So, if you are a pseudo-intellect, if you just like reading, can read, love a read, it's brilliant. It's at most sort of trendy coffee shops, and I'll give you a taste. It's an analog blog. So blog content printed onto paper, never to meet an algorithm.
Love it.
So like the opposite of what we do.
Welcome to KETS.
So he's got his first article's moving to Cape Town, and he had coffee with a friend the other day. We wanted to see each other once more before he left for the UK. The vacuum cleaner that seems to target my friend group. So
it's too real.
It's a laugh a minute, and I know that sounds sarcastic, but that's pretty funny. Check it out. Le Blog.
Yeah, you can grab it from like bootleggers or Starlings. We love Starlings.
Or just check out Le Scarf online. You can see it's a great publication. It's good. It's Le Scarf.
It's awesome.
God, that was a stutter and a half through there.
Go grab your coffee. But what else? Coffee and a coffee.
And a coffee.
Coffee and a coffee. I was just thinking about coffee there.
What else did you do this weekend?
We tried a spinning class or cycling class at Hustle and Heart. My oh my, was that an experience. So cool. Hustle
and Heart, hands down, is the most fun I've had with my clothes on in a dark room. I'm so anti-group exercise and like someone telling you what to do, and I'm like, it's gonna be crazy, and like people shouting at me to ride. 5 minutes in, you're like whipping your hair about, you're sweating on the person next to you. Like I said, it's so much energy, such a good time. It's a great workout. It's got like 500, 600 calories.
Awesome. I started to stress though because the instructors are so great. I think his name is Mark. And God, it was incredible. But then they got us. He was like, okay, out the seat immediately. And then we were out of the seat for like 10 minutes. And my legs started to shake. But it was just awesome.
They do have some odd moments. Like the saddle penetrated me a few times, when you're going, and not my favorite experience in the world. But on the whole,
it's okay if you like
Hustle and Heart. Or I suppose there are lots of good spinning classes, but we particularly enjoyed that one.
But this one was awesome. Like it just had like lights and...
It felt like the coolest like club experience you could have, and you're like, it's healthy. So there are a lot of nut job Cape Townians where that's like the most exciting thing, and I'm one of them now. So what more could we say, Chloe? What more could we say about and then we had brunch till 3 p.m. It's like a Cape Townian. It's like, that's how Cape Townian are you? How long? And like, we don't even eat too much at the brunch. You're just there doing nothing for a long time.
But I haven't had a brunch like that in a long time, where like the time literally disappears. Like we got there at like 11, and literally before we knew it, it was 3 p.m.
It's because you're brunching with attractive people. I've found the more ugly the people you brunch with, the more likely you are to get out of there. But it's with attractive people, couples, individuals, you'll stay longer. I don't know why. It's
no sense.
It's human biology, folks. So you can't fact check me on that. It's just the truth.
Steady brunching. But yeah, all in all, a lovely weekend.
And then you've also had the tummy bug. I don't know a person in Cape Town that hasn't had the tummy bug. And it's theories. The tap water, Eskom, state capture, the COVID jab. No, but it's a lot. And it's a lot to deal with someone who's going through the tummy bug.
It's tough living with someone with a tummy bug.
Literally.
Oh,
Tummy Bug Survivors Association.
Yeah, listen, it hasn't been pretty.
Is that the level of this? Oh, I suppose it's my mind,
yeah. But yeah, if you see me sweating, that's why. Just feeling a bit rough.
Tummy bug working.
The show must go on.
I'm always, I'm an attentive boyfriend. I say, oh, period cramps. Chloe's like, nah, those are my uterus. Not like...
Those are my uterus.
Those are in my uterus.
Oh, yeah,
like, sure. And then points to a very different position from her tummy.
Oh, yeah.
So we're learning, or we at least trying to learn.
Yeah. But it's okay.
As for the news, are we ready to dive in?
I'm ready.
I'm not a diver. You may have noticed this, you may not have. I remember in primary school, I was very bad at swimming. My parents sent me to Virgin Active. It's still a triggering memory.
It's literally tears
when
in your eyes
when
right
I
now.
smell those chemicals, I'm like, this just transports me back, because I was in grade 7 and I raced a grade 3 and he beat me. And I just couldn't dive. I never head first. So when people say dive into things head first, I say no. More like foot, then knee, and then chin, and then goggles bursting off your face.
This is not two things I want to see. Footage of Sam swimming and to hear his mixtape.
They're both bad.
We're just going to create a list.
They're both embarrassing.
That's why whenever we were going for sunrise swim, Sam would wear jeans, because he'd be like, I can't swim if I've got jeans on. Just doesn't make sense, because you got underwear under there, so I don't know.
Do I? That's you can't now, sexually assault me to make me swim. So there's that. But we've also got our first COVID-19 vaccine. So South Africa, in true South African form, created a vaccine where, COVID no longer really exists and or is relevant. But we've got it. And people are lining up. People are lining up. No, they're not. Obviously not.
Well, you should support local.
Local is like...
Go get your third jab. But I think it's going through trials now. I don't think you can get it just yet.
I got the Russian vaccine before they invaded
Sputnik.
Ukraine. Didn't I get that? No, that's a lie. I got that Johnson & Johnson, which is arguably worse.
I think that was some of like your darkest days. Sam was just like shivering and like he couldn't get warm enough.
No, it was just shakes and shakes. But so we are ready for our trial phase. What have they called it? Who knows? But it's the first COVID-19 jab that's been developed, designed, and then manufactured in South Africa.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be at, the Oranjezicht farmers market. Wait, instead of getting tasters, they'll just give you a taste jab. So
what do you think it would be called though? I can't think of like a good, I don't know.
Like a ENA. Imagine the ENA vaccine. Or HETA.
Like the Safe.
Or Ayoba. If you said our vaccine was called the Ayoba vaccine, I'd get it. And then every time they got like you, Ayoba.
Yeah.
You can't make it highball. That such negative connotations.
No, I think it's got positive ones.
Go
get vaccinated.
Yeah, but where Europe was during this period, not that helpful. Very interesting. They just gave us the shitty vaccines.
Yeah, or like they didn't really give us anyways. But I heard that the European Commission visited our like vaccine manufacturing place.
To check it out.
Listen, I don't know. But it's just sort of like, okay, now you're here to help, you know? Like what, it was like a sort of like, I think Ramaphosa called it a vaccine apartheid. But, like those like travel bans and
it was
like
pretty
red
racist,
listed.
Yeah.
And now you want to come and look at what we're doing. Interesting.
Yeah. It also was like we had to wait for like certain ages to get vaccinated. That's why I got the shit one, because I was like, I'm not rolling the dice on South African bureaucracy. I'm getting this with the teachers. And then, they were doing the ages. But I don't know. How have we created a vaccine in 2023?
Yeah.
Again, the world was like, we're going this way. And South Africa was like, short left, we'll catch you on the...
No, South Africa was like, we'll make it now.
Yeah, now.
Now. That's sort of our vaccine. No, just now.
It probably does have good effects. But...
I think that should be the name. Now.
Now. I'm getting the now vaccine. I like that. And other good news, Malema says that the ANC are on a path to completely destroying South Africa through load shedding.
It makes him sound like a supervillain.
Yeah. We're taking the country down. But people say, you just talk about the DA. We don't. Also, people think we have DA affiliations. I would if they paid me money. Straight up, like,
I remember that DA representative was like, don't you want to come to like a, I don't know, it was like a meeting or like...
It was a mix and match for the white elite.
We said, no thanks.
No, I regret that now. I should have got some political clout, but now, because we could have at least organized some load shedding discounts, but no. So...
Surely not.
The scary thing attached to all Juju Bear's announcements is that they're planning a shutdown. Nationwide shutdown on the 20th of March. So this follows like a demand for an end to the energy crisis, call for Ramaphosa to resign. And the scary stuff is that like it's been compared to some recent troubles in South Africa, and they've compared and it's like it'll make that stuff look like Mickey Mouse, which I don't think has ever really been used to describe the South African political situation. Mickey Mouse.
Hiya, Goofy. What is it? Cyril must go. I don't know. I just don't think like Ramaphosa must go has the same oomph to it as Zuma must go.
Zuma must fall.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was Zuma must go. Zuma must go.
Oh, was that? It was a variation. Yeah. Those ladies had everything, really. So, I don't know. It's scary times in the Republic, but don't be scared. Why? I don't know. Work on things, that make you happy.
I think in South Africa, you just have to take stuff day by day. Like, don't know what the next day is going to bring. That's just kind of how you have to live, you know? You can't live in fear.
Oof. Yeesh.
Day by day.
Day by day.
Day by day. You know who's also taking it day by day?
Who?
Is Thapelo Amad.
Oh, yes.
He's the new mayor in town. And by town, we mean Joburg. And he's off to a pretty controversial start.
Well, first of all, who is this guy? No one knew who he was. And now he's the mayor of Joburg. And it kind of looks like he's just like an ANC placeholder, so they could have like anyone but the DA. Because he comes from like an obscure Muslim party that has very few seats. And like so it's not like he's like this hotshot who's been kicking ass and taking names. When asked like what is his main like policy that he's going to do in the 100 days, he was like, I'm going to fix some potholes. So he's really shooting for the stars.
Bro, that interview was so funny.
Bad.
This interview, like, and I think to have that platform and that interview is such a, you know, it's a great start to your, I don't know, sort of like term. And she's like, so like, what's going to be your priority? And she just like, potholes. Like he literally answers like that.
He probably won their 3 seats based on some elite pothole strategy, and they're like, you know, we're doubling down on what got us to the dance.
It's like, what is happening?
What is cool is though he is the first Muslim mayor of Joburg, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to the Muslims community.
Potholes, he's coming for you. No, but
that is cool. I mean, I don't think we have that much, you know, like Muslim leadership in the country in big political parties.
No.
So for a Muslim to be a mayor of Johannesburg, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And I do think that people are maybe taking the pothole thing a little bit out of context because...
People being us.
For the clicks. No, but he did say that he wants to prioritize service delivery. So it makes sense to get services to people in underprivileged areas. You need to be able to like drive on roads. You can't be getting like burst tires.
It
does make sense.
We would hope that goes without saying. But, you know, when it comes to load shedding, he was like, if there is a plan from the previous, you know, mayor, we'll use that one. But he... Clearly not to.
He was like, you know, if there is something of that nature, we'll get on it.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
What we also have to address in South Africa are these fucking wild animals that are on the streets all the time.
It's been crazy.
There's
recently.
a tiger spotted in Edenvale in Gauteng. And this isn't even the first sighting in 2023. So a week ago, 8-year-old tiger just roaming the streets. What is that about?
I don't know. But you know that it's not illegal to own a tiger as a pet.
Joe Exotic just got erect.
So what?
Remember that?
Let me move to South Africa.
That feels like it didn't happen.
It was literally like part of a fever dream.
Yeah, it didn't really happen.
But everyone had the same
Tiger
collective. King. Imagine Tiger King South Africa. But these tigers are just like roaming the street.
Yeah, the tiger is the king.
The tiger is the king. But it's actually quite crazy because this tiger did attack a man, and he wasn't young, and then attacked like 2 dogs. It is horrible. Like, guys, you can't be owning tigers.
Yeah, fuck. Imagine being a dog and be like, this is a big dog. And then, actually, a cat.
Yeah.
Know your cat. Know your big cats.
Meow meow. Please don't eat me. But also, like imagine living in that neighborhood and you see, you know, like a lost poster for a cat, you know, and you're like, oh, find Mick Mittens. And you like, look at it. You're like, damn, like that's a whole tiger.
That's a tiger. That is not a cat. I'm not approaching it. And then we also had the seal attack. The seal attack video is a tough one to watch because at the start it's so funny. And it quickly descends into chaos and it's not funny at all. And then you have to regret laughing and you have to tell everyone who you're watching with, like, no, I don't know this is going to happen. Yeah. So the seals be on that crystal meth and losing their mind, that algae meth.
Yeah.
It's pretty, the way that seal beelines at that kid is, if that
it's really terrifying.
When I watched that, I was like, I've got no chance against the great white because I'm prepared to call it a day against the seal. So if the puppies of the ocean are taking me out, imagine what a great white would do looking at you. Punch it in the nose. No thanks.
The puppies of the ocean.
I'm just calling it. I'm doing one of these. Bye. And then it's...
They're fast though.
What? The
seals.
The seals.
Have you seen them move?
It's bite size as well.
Do Do you know what I saw on TikTok the other day was like that dolphins are evil?
No,
and I was like, no, this is like
they're not evil.
Sammy,
they're clever.
I've got 3 things that are going to change your mind. Okay,
try.
The first thing is that they get high off of sea urchins. They like breathe in there. This isn't the worst one.
Doesn't sound evil. Sounds like kind of a good time. If you've got a sea urchin, let us know.
The second one is that the males will often kill the little like babies, like for no reason, and they'll just play with them.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. And then the third one is that sometimes males will like get one female alone and abuse it for like days. These are dolphins, guys.
Dolphins sound like men. Jeez.
They are. I'll never look at a dolphin the same.
Wow. Me neither. Lock them up in SeaWorld or whatever it's called.
Big heart, big kitties. Dolphins.
Dolphins. How disgusting.
I know.
They truly are.
I know.
I'm anti-dolphin now. So OB restaurants, if you can do a dolphin soup, that'd be great. Let me just send a few messages across. I thought I was getting popular, but it's just Eskom's a push. So, oh no, we're fine. We got to speed record this podcast before the lights go off.
I don't know. It's also like at the apartment, you actually never know when load shedding is going to happen because sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't.
Well, no, it says it's happening at 12.
Yeah, but
you say that now. What?
Who
Lights
knows?
off. Lights off.
Who knows?
But we are dealing with a plague in South Africa, and that plague has a name: sugar.
Sugar.
It's real. You're laughing at home, eating sugar. It'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say.
Sugar, it'll kill ya.
Sugar in the morning. But yeah, so according to some website we don't care about, the South African soft drink market alone is worth $3.26 billion US. So 56.3 billion rand.
Quick maths.
Yeah. So that's crazy. And even sugar tax comes into play. So if you're a diabetic, you best brush up on your sugar tax, right? You're stealing from the government. So
I thought people with diabetes don't have sugar.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So we need to find those let's get a tax on the diabetics. But apparently a lot of people die from diabetes. I don't know that. Yeah. I thought it was kind of like not a fun disease, but a livable disease.
Yes. Are you talking about type 2? I always get mixed up between type 1 and type 2. One's from diet and one is like genetic or you develop it sort of thing.
That's what I always do. I ask the person, are you type 1 or type 2? And they say something, I'm like, oh, that means fucking nothing to me.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but they seem to enjoy it, saying what they are.
Well, I heard that a state in Mexico, this was like 2 years ago, they outlawed the sale of like sugary drinks and stuff like that to kids because there was such a high level of obesity in children.
Jeez.
And of course with like
get the Coke away from that fatty. Shame.
And then like in the UK, it's like a crazy, it's 1 in 10 reception age children are living with obesity.
What is a child that's going to become a receptionist? What is that? What's a reception age?
That's like 4 to 5 years old.
Oh, what? Like they have obesity.
Yeah, 1 in 10.
Jeez, and King Chunk in preschool. King Chunk.
No. And then the figure doubles to 1 in 5 children in year 6, which is 10 to 11 years old. That's wild.
Obese.
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary.
Which became a big problem, like with children and with adults during
a massive problem.
With COVID, because I mean that's then a comorbidity. So.
Oh, not so funny. No. Chloe, stop with the jokes.
I'm sorry.
No, that's terrifying.
But I mean, there's like so much sugar in things that you wouldn't guess have that much sugar.
There's something like the American Doctor General. It's something, the Americans, but like a big director, surgeon general. I don't know. But one of the main doctors in America came out recently with like a sort of statement that like children under the age of 13 should not be exposed to social media, and it makes a lot of sense. And it should be similar with sugar.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like I think we are going to be more conscious about how we consume things.
Yeah.
Especially like parents it's also tough because it's like a money related thing. Like I had KFC 2 days in a row because I was busy. I was working hard. And that just shows when you don't have money and you work hard, you have to eat fast food. So I get it.
You gotta do it. You know what I was surprised by they call this the sugar king of fizzy drinks in South Africa.
Appetizer. Appetizer. No, seriously, appetizer is dreadful for you. It's worse than Coke in terms of sugar.
It is one of them, but the culprit is Woolworth's passion fruit sparkling fruit drink.
So that
has a whopping 13.4 grams of sugar per 100 mils.
Jesus. You might as well just inject heroin straight into your veins. Woolworths, we trusted you. We trusted you with our lives. And I like that. I thought that was good for you.
It's from Woolworths, surely.
No, I thought fruit juice is the biggest scam as well, just like appetizer. You're like, fruit. No, sir. Cancer.
Think again.
Bottled cancer. I think of that every time I have a fizzy drink.
Still drink it though.
Still drink it.
Still.
And then I can ask people, how do you smoke, you disgusting leprechaun?
Yeah.
Don't call people leprechauns in public. That's just a fun tip for the day.
People also trying to hand out tips.
Oh yeah.
Checkers. They're targeting the expats.
What they're doing now.
They've put out, it's brilliant. I think this is such a good idea. They put out ads in Australia and the UK about like let's say it's at like Marks and Spencer or like Costco or whatever. And this is how it much like, let's say it's like milk or like a bottle of champagne. This is how it costs where you live. But back home, it costs like half the price. Which is just, it's basically like they say that they are trying to remind people like the standard of living that they can have in South Africa. And sort of like, it's better at home.
What a weird ad campaign. I don't think anyone who left South Africa for reasons like load shedding, employment opportunities, whatever, is like, I'm really missing out on that. On the
savings, yeah. It's so funny.
How people reacted to it?
Sorry, it was Coles, not Costco. But so like
people reacted positively?
I think it's like
you liked it.
I did like it, yeah. I just thought it was, well, mind you, I live here, so can't really compare. But I do think it's like quite clever.
That's
because I do think that I think that there should be more effort to like stop people leaving. And I think it's like quite a nice effort to, I think also people in South Africa are seeing these ads and thinking like, this is why I should stay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the grass is certainly not always greener on the other side, especially if there's no sunshine in the UK particularly.
SAD is a real thing. Seasonal affective disorder. It's a good name for it.
I would be very sad, I think. But again, you get it why people leave. I used to be very like, stay in South Africa or you're a fool. Now I'm a bit more intelligent, so I'm like, completely understand it.
Yeah. But like you could buy cheese for half the price. Come on.
Fuck, cheese is expensive.
Surely.
Those are the real things we need to be talking about on this podcast, especially salivating at the prospect, but especially the
I'm so hungry. Sorry.
That hard cheese from Woolies. It's fake pecorino, but I love it all the same.
Well, that was really cheeky because they posted to the Instagram and they said, we all know who the expats really miss.
Wow. Woolies.
Shady.
Knockout blow. Checkers, eat a dick, son. Even if it's a half price one. Wow, that's hectic.
Checkers is a side chick.
That's a KO. That's Woolies.
Woolies?
Jeepers.
Fair enough though. Like I'd miss Woolies passion fruit, fizzy sparkling drink, whatever it's called.
The poor marketing manager at Checkers comes up with this fun campaign. They do it. The Woolworths just release some letters, a couple of sentences.
They're like, bro, don't even try.
Yeah. No, South Africa is a great place. They also, people don't get the sort of like unspoken rules about living in South Africa. Time is one of them. There is no time here. It's apparent. Like we've had 5 meetings this week. None of them have started on time. None of them have ended on time. People come and go almost like it's like singles dating.
Or maybe like it's like optional to show up.
Yeah. Did we have to be? Yeah, the meeting was with you. So it's very interesting because now is hilarious. Just now.
Yeah.
And South Africans don't really say no.
No. Yeah, we don't. What do we say?
Maybe. If someone says maybe, they're not coming. But we don't like say, I'm not coming. You'll say, maybe I'll come, but they're not coming.
Oh, yeah, you're like, we'll see. Yeah, maybe, brother. Maybe I'll check you.
It's a big no.
I don't know. There are sort of like unspoken rules though, which like some of them maybe like I just don't understand. Like apparently like one of them that my dad's like always saying is like, you don't touch another man's bra.
You don't interfere with a person who's Brian. If you're an innocent bystander, you need to shut the fuck up. You stand over there and they say, oh, you might want to turn that one. You might want to leave the bride, okay? Because I'm the one standing in this billowing smoke in the wind, working. And everyone always complains about the bride, just in general. And then they eat the food and they love it. So
Brian can be like quite an isolating experience though.
Especially if the weather's bad.
Yeah.
If the weather's good, everyone's out.
Like in the rain, like trying to get this too.
I think making the salad is way more appealing. So
okay.
Don't fight for gender equality on everything. You'll end up being pretty disappointed.
Ooh.
I mean, that happens. Everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, how liberal you are. The men braai and women make salads.
I must say.
That's just how it works in every household I've ever been to.
Personally, I wouldn't want to braai just because of like my hair.
Exactly. Braai is shit. That's why I say it's the best thing.
Smell and like I want to be able to chill with everyone else.
Laugh, drink wine in the kitchen, cut up a cucumber and get on with your day.
Listen, my salads are a bit more high grade than that. I also don't like anyone in the kitchen.
That's true.
Like I'm like...
So you can get why people...
Don't like you at the braai.
Yeah. I also didn't know that like thanking people with your hazards, which is the red triangle on your car. I thought that was a universal thing. Turns out it's just South African and very confusing to Europeans.
I had no idea it was a thing. So when I first started driving, like people would put their hazards on when I let them in, and I'd think that they were so rude.
Yeah, time to overtake.
I'd be like, why are you doing that? Or like, oh, is something wrong? And then the one day I was with my mom in the car and she was like, no, they're saying thanks. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The funniest one is someone wrote on Twitter, there's an unspoken rule in South Africa that whenever you see a cash in transit van offloading or loading cash, just run. Because the chances are like something's about to go down.
No, seriously. So. I'm always, my mom's always said that though.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Didn't you did like a voiceover of that. When did it happen?
That
like
guy driving that cash in transit shooting, that was a hilarious time. Terrifying video.
It was so wild, yeah.
But I think he's subsequently been in ads for like delivery companies. Yeah. Pretty funny. So
crazy experience though.
It's all been good. And the sport news that we want to get into is massive because believe it or not, South Africa's tourism agency has created a 1 billion rand sponsorship proposal to sponsor Tottenham Hotspur with like Visit South Africa or SA Tourism on the plain shirt. The dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. Everyone in England knows about South Africa. It's fine. They either were colonizers or have left South Africa. And now we want to spend 1 billion rand to say like Visit South Africa. And
it's not even on our own team. Right?
Well, we don't have any teams in the Premier League.
No, but like it's not like for like a South African soccer team.
Well, yeah, but because they're saying they're trying to drive tourism
like Checkers.
from other countries, obviously. And why would you in turn then sponsor Tottenham Hotspur? Like, I don't know too many people in South Africa. It's like a mid team, let's be honest. Like top half, but still, top like 6, but still mid. Maybe
that's all they could afford.
1 billion rand.
Can you imagine what it would cost to sponsor like Manchester United?
Probably a little bit more. But 1 billion rand's just crazy town.
It is.
How are we spending that amount of money on Tottenham Hotspur? It just, with all the problems that we have in the country, they're like, you know what? A billy. It's like that flipping giant flag they wanted to erect.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, we don't need this now. Where do you guys live that you think this is what we need now? tourism is very important, obviously, especially in a place like South Africa. And Cape Town being carrying the country, let's be honest. I haven't heard of too many people coming to Mpumalanga. We bash Mpumalanga on this podcast. Love to go. So if anyone knows anything about that place, give us some tickets to Mpumalanga.
Give us some tickets.
Ay. What a mess.
It is. And that's a lot of money. Like...
$1 billion.
What could we do with R1 billion? Pay Eskom for one. So.
Anything. We could do anything. But speaking of good news, right, we've got Themba Bavuma.
Sheesh.
You people love to put him down. You disgusting creatures. Themba Bavuma. What? Is there like a sportsman in South Africa who plays under more pressure? Maybe Siya Kolisi at a certain time, but certainly not anymore. Like the amount of pressure this guy is under, and he came out and he performs pretty consistently. Like in 2022, he was our highest averaging test batsman. Granted, we weren't playing great test cricket. He still averaged just above 40 or something.
Yeah.
Now he's had a dire T20 World Cup. Again, wasn't picking himself, captain fairly well. And, now we just won a ODI series against England. And like at a trot. And his 100 was beautiful, exquisite. I just don't know how you can't be on Themba's team.
Yeah. That's lovely.
And he's so cute. Like that's his number one selling point.
He seems like a nice guy.
And he got that bunda. Everyone knows about that Themba buns.
Do they not have padding though?
No.
Like don't the cricket players have padding?
Well, they have pads on when they bat. But Themba's got that bunda.
He does.
We got to put a picture of like Themba's bunda is world class.
Bavuma bunda.
Literally. Chef's kiss.
Okay, we'll chat about this afterwards.
Whoa.
It's getting hot in here. But no, I kind of refuse to watch cricket. Not really, but like I'm more of like a reluctant cricket watcher. But I did join when he scored that 100.
Yeah, Chloe comes for the celebration. It is
and
wholesome.
then I leave again.
It's good. And then wholesome. Djokovic won the Australian Open. Fantastic. My dad still thinks that's the funniest joke he's ever heard. Novak Djokovic. And I tend to agree.
That was brilliant.
So you can come here and get vaccinated if you want Novak. So... Yeah. Very exciting.
But it's crazy because he's tied with Nadal's 22 Grand Slam crowns.
Oh, and all-time great status.
Yeah.
And Nadal won a hell of a lot of those on clay.
He's like...
For some reason, people don't fuck with Djokovic. And he will end up going on to be the highest sort of Grand Slam winning tennis player ever. So it's quite hard to argue with that. Obviously, everyone's favorite GOAT is Federer.
I don't know about that.
Who's yours?
Nadal, obviously.
I don't think anyone says Nadal's the GOAT. It's like, it's Federer.
Are you being for real?
It's Federer or Djokovic.
Or Nadal.
No.
Sound off in the comments.
I literally feel like Federer is Michael Jordan.
Federer's gone.
But he's Michael Jordan. Djokovic is LeBron James.
Okay.
With even better stats. And Nadal is Kobe Bryant. That's a pretty handy analogy.
Okay.
Do you know who Kobe Bryant is?
Yes, of course.
Who is he?
He's an famous NBA basketball player.
Where does he live now?
He's dead.
Oh, I thought I'd get you with a trick
I'm not laughing because he's dead. It's because Sam started laughing. I'm not.
I wasn't laughing because he's dead, obviously. But
I just caught his giggles.
I thought I heard you. I thought I heard you.
Listen.
But
Kobe Bryant was a good-looking man.
Really?
Yeah.
He always looked slightly reptilian to me, but that's just what I thought.
No, but I told you,
got ice in the veins.
I have had a crush on Adele since I was like 4 years old.
I don't know.
And I just can't change that.
For someone that rich, you have to think the hair transplant is not that far away.
Harry Styles. Do we think he's had a hair transplant? I think so.
Harry Styles? Yeah. No ways.
He had a receding hairline for a while. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Sam, yeesh. Nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say yeesh.
They will say ooh from the background. And it seems like he's got hair plugs, which good on him. Good on him.
Good for him, honestly.
Good for him. I've been watching some of those videos of people getting toupees. It's an interesting watch.
We had someone tell us, keep going with the reading of the bad reviews. I just think it's too sad because we went to Juma's or I don't know how you say it, some Sea Point cafe, and it just seemed that like service was not a priority there, or making good food.
Were you ready to contribute your own?
No. I didn't go there. I went to the page of the reviews, and I was like, I just feel this is too destructive because it's not even funny. It's just like, this is not a good restaurant. So I think we're gonna put it on ice. We're rather going to actually go and do a few reviews and that sort of stuff, which I think will be more funny and less hectic.
Fair enough.
So that's where we stand on the matter. So it means then, Chloe, that it's a time of the show where we do
overrated or underrated. I'm not going to say, are you ready?
She said, okay.
We'll just
I kind of did say
it, but we're just going to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get it. So what you got?
Okay. Are spinning classes overrated or underrated?
Spinning classes are underrated. Also, only attractive people do it. If you think that, anyway.
Okay. I feel like they're on the same level to like hot yoga.
It is. Hot yoga, they like, just because they're hot people and the room's, Celsius up. I'm fatiguing.
Okay.
Fatiguing heavy.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Overrated or underrated Hinge?
Hinge. My Hinge is... If you're thinking of making a profile, rather don't. I promise you, it's going to get screenshotted. People send it in the group chat. Don't. Just save your... Rather go to a spinning class and chat to the person on your left.
They're far too detailed, opposed to Tinder. Like, it's like... something that's a bit quirky about me. It's like,
it's a tough watch. It's a tough read, those Hinge. So please, let's just stop with that.
Just please stop. Okay. And then the last one is a post-jaw steers visit.
I legally cannot comment on this. No, steers. Woof.
You'll get in there and help them out.
Steers is just like post-drawl. It's too good. It's like private school food post-drawl because it's a garage pie is the standee. It's what you deserve. You get some grease moving through your arteries and, the self-loathing will really kick in the next day. But if you have steers, life's good.
It is. It's so
steers good. People with a taste for life, mixing and matching. But if you're having steers post-drawl, life is going pretty well for you.
That's
Wacky Wednesday as well. Jeez, Claremont's.
We were playing this game also on the jaw. Not really. We don't really jaw. But we were saying you can say any company slogan and it ended off with in your mouth.
Yeah, that's
true. So
true.
it's like a taste for life in your mouth.
I'm loving it.
In your mouth. Like it's in my mouth. It's just objectively funny. Like you can literally, it works for everything.
Versprung Dach Technik in my mouth. It's German for I'm coming.
Just do it in my mouth.
And on that wonderful note, we got to say goodbye.
We got to say goodbye. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and please leave us, if you haven't already, a review on iTunes or what is it called? Apple Podcasts. Please. The last time we got one was like, I don't know, 2 months ago. So go and do that. It literally takes like 5 minutes and we really appreciate
5 minutes? Wow.
It's like 2 minutes.
That's if you've got learning disabilities.
Like,
it should take you 10 seconds.
I put a lot of thought into my Google reviews, but yeah, probably like 10 seconds. And then a reminder that on the 11th of Feb, we are going to be doing a run with Orkia and Running Late Club. We're going to be posting more details about that.
Giveaway coming.
On our Instagram, so go follow us on there. I'm just doing this whole punt today.
It's good.
But that's the 11th of Feb. And for all of you guys who were saying, I couldn't come to the last Orkia thing because I got work. This is on a Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Okay, so get yourself up at 7 a.m. and come join us because we would love to see you guys. It'd be awesome.
Exactly. And is this the formation of the running club? Probably not. But they will be running.
Get your hopes up. But
so we'll see you there. And if not, we'll see you sooner. So bye.
Bye.